Now, where does Verrett fit in? One, I love that they got him back. Two, I love that they got the veteran exemption for him. He's less than $1 million against the cap, which is just unreal. Does he go above Ambry Thomas? I don't think he starts. Is he the fourth corner outside guy? What do you do with Verrett? Where do you put him? What's that look like?
I think one thing is very clear. They really like Jason Verrett, and obviously the injuries, it sucks. And that's been something that has been consistent with him. All right. But if he's on the field, which that's a big bet, they like what they got.
Yeah.
And I think, big bet. And I think, if you, remember going back to the 2021 season, it was a no-brainer. Like, that's your best cornerback. Coming off of the year he had in 2020, 2021, there were high expectations. He was CB1 for the 49ers without a doubt. Now, he's had the injury, and they did make a signing with Travarius Ward. And I know everyone likes Mosley, but there is an opportunity, or there's a chance where it's like, well, if he's healthy, he can potentially be your best cornerback that you have.
Man, I remember they were going to give him a huge deal. Then the COVID year happened. And so he was out shopping for, big paydays, 3-year deals. It settled with us just to do one cheap deal before he got paid. And then he got hurt in that first game. And just the narratives change. But whenever he's playing at his best, there's no doubt, like, he's probably the best corner we got out there. Now, he is older, but I don't know, man. I love the fact that we don't have to rely on him. If he comes in as a backup, that is just the 49ers. They're kind of spoiled at the corner position now. We've never said that since John Lynch has showed up. Since Kyle Shanahan's been here, you haven't said that at all.
I did think that in 2019 they had a solid depth at the cornerback position when you had Ahkello Witherspoon, Emmanuel Mosley, Jason Verrett, and really even heading into 2020 because all those guys were Richard Sherman. All those guys were still there. So I thought that was the one year where I was like, man, these guys are all on aspiring contracts for the most part. But, just the depth that they have there with 4 guys that can legitimately start any week, I thought they were good from that standpoint.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. Mark, he says, John, would you start Jason Verrett on the outside? I would not. My starters would be number 1, Ward by a large margin, and then Emmanuel Mosley. Those would be the 2 guys I would put out there. Then I would have my backups would be Ambry Thomas and Jason Verrett that would be fighting for that 3rd outside spot. And again, like Croc said, you move Mosley inside on nickel, you bring in Verrett or Thomas. Holy cow. That's just a lot of depth. And we always have injuries. Every team does. 100% injury sport. So those guys are going to play. The thing I'm excited about is you're not bringing in guys like Josh Norman off the street. You're not bringing in Kirkpatrick off the street.
You don't want to have to. Remember, last year, those guys didn't start off on the roster either.
Right.
So, hopefully you don't run into that same type of situation. Those weren't guys that they went into the season wanting to have to play.
Just want to say thanks for watching and supporting the 49ers Rush podcast channel. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so in the middle of the screen now. And here are a few extra videos if you want to check that out for some more 49ers content. Just want to say thank you. And as always, stay strong, faithful.